I'm on Shakerley here this week. I was keeping an eye on Ryan booking page, but it was getting booked up. It's actually full now, so it's absolutely rammed on there. So I've come on Shakerley here with Dave and Big Graham's here. A bit of a social weekend. I don't think it's been fishing good. Well, I don't think anybody's been fishing it. When I got here, well, I was first here. Like there was one of me on. So I've seen a couple of fish show in front of me. I'm on peg 4. Dave's on 2. Graham's on 1. Where he normally goes. See what happens. So like I say, it's more of a social weekend, but see what happens. I've actually got, when I first got here, I got my phone out just to video the lake, and a fish showed right, probably a rod length off the bank. So I put a rod on that straight away. I'm not putting a bait over it yet, but I've actually had two llamas on it as well. So there's definitely something mulling the right up and down this margin. So I've got the other two rods are sorted now, so I'm going to put a bit of bait over this. I'm going to stay on that margin because the wind's due to change tonight and blow straight in my face, so I'll probably end up putting the front on the bivvy because it's torrential rain as well. But there's fish already showing on this margin here now, so I think when the wind starts hacking in here as well, it's definitely worth having one down there. So I'll put a bit of bait on that now, and then it's nearly tea time now, so I'm going to have a bit of something to eat, and I'll catch up in a bit. See you in a bit. It's about 8:30 now. The rain's just it's been raining for about an hour now. It has to give it probably really heavy through the night, and 40 mile an hour winds. It was it said it was going to spin round like, but it's not spun round yet. I was going to redo the rods, but I think I'm just going to leave them while it's raining. Nobody's had anything. Auntie's in bed. I might redo one rod and see what happens. Maybe put a bit more bait over one, but what I have got, I won. I entered one of that, is it U-wing competitions, and I won one of them mozzie zappers, the Wolf mozzie zapper. So what I was thinking, I have got the thermacell. So what I was thinking, I'll do well, not a review. I'll do like a, what would I say it? Like a test them against each other. I'll see how good the thermacell is. Because I've used the thermacell for a couple of years now, and it has been bang on. So what I thought was the first night. Mozzie's here now. When I thought on the first night I'll just put the zapper on and see how many it catches, and then on the second night I'll put them both on, and with the thermacell as good as what I think it is, there shouldn't be anything in the zapper on the second night if it keeps them away. But it is a bit windy for the thermacell. Well, it is tonight, but hopefully tomorrow it'll be calm when I put that on, so it'll have its full effect. And there shouldn't be anything in the zapper if it works. So I'll do that. I might stick that up as a separate video, like, but I'll let you know on here as well. So if nothing happens, I shall see you in the morning. Morning. Quiet night last night. Not even a beep. been talking to Graham and Dave. They've had nothing as well. I did have about 20 mozzies in the old zapper. There's a few moths in there as well. So tonight I'll stick that. I'll put that on again tonight with the thermacell as well. So if the thermacell does its thing, there shouldn't be any mozzies in there tomorrow. I think there'll still be moths in there. I don't think it won't stop the moths from coming. And there's an odd fly in there as well, but there shouldn't be any mozzies in if the thermacell does its. The thermacell does work because I've had it for a couple of years now, but see what happens. Just going to have a bit of breakfast now, and then I'm going to redo the rods. So I've got no fishing to my left or no fishing to my right, so I'm going to spread them about a bit, see what happens, and see if we can find where they are. There's nothing showing. I've not seen nothing this morning. The wind has changed around a bit. It's blowing straight into my face now, so I'll carry on with that merging and spread the other two about, see what happens. Apart from that, absolute dog shit. It's half 3 now. I've had I'll tell a lie, but I've had a 6-inch roach, which could have probably used it as a blank saver if it weren't fouled out. I've just redone the rods now, spread them about a bit more. One's on a PVA bag now, just full of pellet and that. I'm just going to leave that. I'm going to touch that again. I'll redo the other ones later on. But apart from that, note. The wind's changed direction now. It's actually blowing the opposite way now. It's actually coming from the west now. It was coming from the southeast before, and it's now going southwest. Graham and Dave's had nothing as well. Not even seen a fish. Well, tell a lie, I did see a fish right out in the open water there, which I have put on in that area now. But it's looking a bit bleak. That's it. Perfect conditions like, so you'd think, I mean, at least one of us would have had something, but there is another 2 lads come on, 6 and 7. Big 6 and 7 there. I think they're only doing the day though, but they've had nothing as well. Just fishing absolute dog shite. I'll catch up in a bit before dark. See you later. It's 8:30 now. It's probably another 45 minutes. It'll be dark. Nothing. Seen nothing. Graham's had nothing. Dave's had nothing. 2 lads have had nothing. It's just absolute cack. I'm gonna, as soon as it goes dark, I'm gonna flick that the thermacell. I'm gonna put that on for the mozzies, and then switch the mozzie zapper on as well. And it's, with it being flat calm now, no wind, the thermacell of it's full effect. So what I'm thinking, the zapper shouldn't have any mozzies in the morning. I know it does attract them because there's a light there, like, but the way the thermacell says it, there's a 15 metre square round you where no mozzies should come into it. But I know the light might attract them, but there should be definitely less than what was in yesterday. There was quite a few in yesterday, what you can see them. Still in, I'm not cleaned out yet. I don't think I'll zoom in with it. There's quite a few in there, like. so there should be less. There's still be moths in and flies because it doesn't work on them, but it does work on mozzies. So we'll see what crack is there. Something to do while there's fish is shite. That'll be the last catch up now till the morning, unless something happens in the middle of the night, but it's not going to do. Just not feeling it one bit. So see you later. Belting. Morning. Nothing. Not a beep. Just been talking to Graham and Dave. Well, I actually saw Dave about 10. It was about 10 o'clock last night. Well, about 10:30 last night. Heard his alarms going. There was a tench. Didn't even know there was any tench in here. So he had a tench about £3, £4. And then Graham had a small common this morning, about 3 o'clock in the morning. I've not even had a beep. It's about half six in the morning now. Just having a brew now, and then I'm going to start to slow pack down. At least everything's dry, clear skies today. On the mozzie front, I don't know if you can see that. There's quite a few insects in there, but majority of them are midges. There's I can count 2 mozzies, so the thermacell has done its job. It's kept the mozzies away. There's 2 in there, and surprisingly there's only like 2 moths as well, where yesterday it was full of moths, the little tiny moths. But most of them are just midges what's in there, so the thermacell has done its thing, keeping them away. So I think these mozzie zappers are alright. I think they'd be better if you were zipping up. You lads who zip up to have them inside your bivvy. You know, you always get, even though you zipped up, you always get one what's in there, whether it's been parked in there all day, and then it comes out. You lather in your bed and you hear them come past. And so it'll get them ones, but I think for open front or sleeping under the stairs, I think they actually attract them into the area, you know what I mean? So I think I'd only use that if it was too windy to use the thermacell. The thermacell, they're expensive to run, like them pads. They last about 4 or 5 hours, but they're not cheap, but they do work. Sleeping on the stairs is absolutely perfect. Never I've had that on, I've never ever been bit. But I think next week it's back to Ranil. There has been like a charity thing on there this week, that's why it was so rammed. But back to Ranil next week. So I'm now on 14th night blank because of the camera is in full swing. So we've got to round next week, turn it into 16. Thanks for watching, see you later.